Okay, today I'm going to discuss bus life. This is a school bus that my very, very good friend Lane Hurlinger has converted into his home. It took him about 6 months, and here's the finished result. We'll do the outside first and we'll head inside. So he added a roof rack so that he could carry all of his kayaks for all of the outdoor activities that he does. This here, under this, is an electric hot water, so he can have instant hot water and have his shower hooked up whenever. I'm gonna take you up this ladder that a couple of friends of mine and his built. This is his roof rack. He also installed some solar panels in order to have electricity in his bus whenever he wanted, and to run his instant hot water heater, among other things that are inside. There's Lane. To the bus. So he's got his little pantry with all of his food and things he might need on the road. The old school opening mechanism, one of my favorite parts of the entire bus. Makes you feel really cool when you do it. Lane is an avid mountain biker. Obviously, these are his babies. He's got a day bed with storage underneath, cedar planks lining the whole bus to keep it smelling fresh. Here's his bed back here in the back. He's got the curtains all the way around just in case, so that the sun doesn't wake him up in the wee hours of the morn. Underneath, he has his water tank back there for his shower, along with the pump right there, so that the water can be pumped out to the shower. He's got his little stove right here hooked up to the propane tank. Here we have Elaine doing his thing. This is his countertop. A friend of ours is a woodworker and has very cool wood, so he gave us some sweet planks to use. He's got his water. Underneath this here is where the batteries are for the solar panels on top. And that's the interior of the bus. Here we have the mastermind behind the bus. This is Lane Hurlinger. Say hello.
What up, y'all?
So I just have a couple questions to ask you, Lane. Let's start with a very basic one. What made you want to convert a bus into a home?
It kind of leads to easier adventuring, to get out there and do the thing you want to do, and be in like a good, comfortable space, and
not have to worry about where you're going to stay.
yeah, for like, very true. You know, I was thinking, I wanted to do some traveling and get out and get away, and I'm not like never would really stay at a motel.
Yeah.
We did that one time, and we just aren't really the people that kind of stay in motels.
Never have been. Nope. No, we are not.
And it would make adventuring way better,
Had you been thinking about converting it for a while, or was it kind of just, I want to do it, I'm gonna do it?
Yeah, so it happened like, going out, so I do a lot of mountain biking, and on my 2 days off I try to get out to the mountains and go ride, and I ended up getting out there like 2 in the morning, and I'd have to set up camp, I'd have to set up a tent, sometimes I'd build a fire, to warm up, whatever it was, and I wouldn't get stuff set up, it'd take me forever. I was thinking, I was like, I need to get something that I can, at least drive out there, have it set up, whether it's the back of my truck or like a van or whatever it is, and just have it ready and just be able to stop and just jump in the back and sleep.
That makes it much more convenient.
Yeah, it was actually kind of your fault, because between you and Doug, y'all just kept sending me like vans and camper conversions and all this stuff, and then kind of got like that I had the bug set in, and then it just like snowball effect from there, dude. It was
another question. Were you ever like stereotyped by anybody along your way? Like, I know you just took a trip for about a month all over the U.S., starting here, obviously, and then going up to Ohio, and then you said Colorado, and Did you meet anybody along the way who just did not approve of you, or did approve of you, or just didn't know how to think of you?
Yeah, so I was definitely stereotyped like the whole time. But like for I don't know, like 95% of the time it was kind of like I was a stereotype that I wasn't offended by. You know, it was a pretty cool stereotype. Like people just stereotype me as like a pretty much like a I wouldn't say hippie, but pretty close to like a hippie. You know, they were like, you know,
Here's this guy living in a bus.
Yeah, there's this guy living in a bus. He's probably pretty cool. He's probably laid back and like, you know, those people were just open to talk and come
So
see.
it's positive stereotypes.
Yeah, it was a positive stereotype, and you know, but I'm sure there were times that people looked at me, you know, when I'm showering in a mountain bike trailhead or something, you know, out the back of the bus, and they're probably like, you know, what's this guy doing? You know, nobody ever said anything, and nobody was ever like,
judgmental
really about it. But they, you know, for the most part, it was a good stereotype. You know, they just thought I was cool, laid back, traveling, and like, you know, someone easy to talk to. And I would like my biggest thing is people would walk by, and I'd like, usually the doors are open if I'm like chilling, hanging out, and I'd just be like, come on in. Or like if I'm driving, stopped at a gas station or something, I just open. Somebody be like looking at it, like just come on in. You know, it's like just jump on it, take a look.
Spread knowledge. So at any point in your trip, were you ever put out of your comfort zone? Did you ever have any times where you were just bored because you're obviously in a traveling home? Were there ever any times when you just didn't know what to do? And
yeah, so there's a lot of situations that I was in that were you know, different than sleeping in a house and living in a house. You know, I was far away from home, but like, you know, the first couple of days were kind of weird. But like, I mean, there were a couple instances. You know, there's one instance where I was parked on a street where I had, you know, I parked in many different places. You know, I parked deep in the woods where I didn't see anybody for like, you know, a day or two. I'd park in front of in like a bike shop parking lot, or I'd just park on a street somewhere in like a smaller town. And like there were nights, I remember there was a night where I was sleeping on the street and like just parked on the street. You know, obviously I'm sleeping in my bed, but there was for some reason at like midnight, you know, I'm sleeping and there's a truck comes up and it's blaring music, and then her like car phone comes on and she's like yelling at her boyfriend through the car. And my first thing is to be like, you know, start yelling like, shut the heck up.
Yeah.
And it like just snapped in my head and it was like, dude, you're sleeping on the street.
Yeah. You can't do anything about it.
Dude, I was like, damn, I forgot.
Yeah, this is not my home.
You know,
this bus is my home.
Yeah, I was like, I've got no right to say anything. Like, not that I would like yell at her anyways, but I like my first thought is like, shut the heck up, what are you doing? And then I'm like, oh wait, I'm sleeping in the street. But there were definitely situations like that. Like I had to like remember, like check yourself, you know, like you're still.
Yeah, you're not in your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And so I noticed that you have like running water and the water tank underneath the bed there for your shower, and the solar panels up top. Is there anything that you would change for your next adventure?
Yeah, there's small things here and there, but like for the most part we laid this thing out very well.
Oh,
like, you know, we kind of had the idea from adventuring ourselves that we knew what the needs would be, you know, like, and like y'all kept saying during the build process, y'all were like, you know, let's put those three things out there, like what we want them to be, and let's make that happen, you know, which is like, you know, I remember the first two was like somewhere to sleep, and then number two was like somewhere to shower, you know, it was like my, you know, and then cook, and that was it, and those are like the basics, and we kind of worked off that. I would probably change to like centralized plumbing, kind of like y'all said, and instead of having like some in the front up here, I've got 3 5-gallon cans because I thought I was gonna have like separate drinking water from the shower water. But sometime this winter I'll just centralize it and just use that tank in the back because it's so easy to fill. You just fill it up with a hose. Yeah. And it's like most of the time I just fill the drinking water up with a hose anyways. Yeah. But like some reason I thought I was going to be drinking some like Ballin purified water. Not that I ever do, but like for some reason.
Find a whatever you call it on the side of a mountain.
Yeah, like just a spring or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I never do that anyways, but for some reason when we were building it, I was like, I want to have a separate drinking source just in case. I really didn't know how long that tank was gonna last, and thought I was gonna have to like pull water from the stream.
And
to,
how many
like,
gallons is it?
It's like 45 gallons.
Yeah.
But I
And
can
you've
take,
got
like,
an electric pump pumping it out to your shower and
Yep.
pumping it wherever it needs to be pumped.
Yeah, and that thing was a lifesaver. It like kept me from being like a dirty.
Dirty hippie.
Yeah, dirty hippie to like a nice, clean. Like I'd shower like 2 times a day. You know?
Yeah. Because
I
you
can
had
get-
hot water and it's,
Oh yeah.
why not?
I can get like 20 showers out of that tank easy. You know, that's like being, you know.
Conservative.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, cool, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Heck
Still,
yeah.
that was awesome, man. I appreciate the info.